But hey, you know, we don't need to be mocking people that come down with COVID that are spreading COVID misinformation like Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck is battling COVID-19 again, and it's bringing out the worst in his critics. This is an article in Desert News. I just happened to see it and thought it was funny. Yeah, how old is that fucking pic of Glenn Beck? It's at least from 15 years ago. It's never acceptable to mock people for getting sick, regardless of their vaccination status. Even though they've been up there fucking spreading misinformation, we shouldn't mock them. Talk show host Glenn Beck said Wednesday that he is battling COVID-19. Is it like, do we have a statement from Glenn Beck? Oh, come on! I want to hear him fucking say it. I want to hear what he's got to goddamn say. Take to the Twitter. Not it. He's still. This is an hour ago to understand the Great Reset. On Tucker last night talking about the Great Reset. Okay, here we go.
Great Reset. Joe Biden and the rise of 21st century fascism. Glenn, how are you, my friend?
I am great, Mark. I am great.
Well, you are pretty good, actually. Now,
despite having COVID and seeing the destruction of our country,
yes,
you know, I'm great.
Now, do you have COVID right now?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've been off for about a week. I mean, I've been doing my show. It's a lighter case, but it's now starting to go into my lungs today, and a little disturbing. But I'm on all the medication and treatment. And
you taking ivermectin?
So we'll see.
Taking the horse paste, Glenn?
Any monoclonal? I'm serious about this.
No, the monoclonal doesn't seem to be working for the
Omicron,
the new strain, and
well, there is like one type that does, but apparently, like it's hard to get.
Hydroxychloroquine, what is it, fluvoxamine? I'm on a bunch of different. I mean, and my doctors are hitting it really hard.
He's on the Joe Rogan kitchen sink regimen.
You know what's amazing? When we tried to get that stuff, my pharmacist looked at me like I was, a heroin addict.
Oh, I know. And it's crazy, Mark, because when you understand what hydroxychloroquine does, it just opens a...
Because I'm sure the pharmacist doesn't understand what the drugs do, Glenn. You chuckle fucks know more about what drugs do than the pharmacists.
Like a portal into the cells, you can't get zinc is what stops this from spreading in your body and growing. But zinc can't get...
Apparently pot does.
Oil or
I'll smoke to that.
and the water around your cell. So those drugs, all they do is just make a delivery system so the zinc can get in there. It's not what's fighting it, it's what's allowing it to get into the cell to fight it. And everybody knows this. This is basic science. This is basic medicine. That's what those drugs are used for.
That is not true.
And yet,
he's a basic fucking idiot.
If you do that. What? I'm going to take a couple of aspirin, go home, and wait until you put me in the hospital? That's insane.
Now, how long?
Do not take more than like fucking 6 acetaminophen in a day. Trust me on that one.
How long have you had this?
I've had it for about a week.
But it's not stabilizing?
Yeah, it's not. I'm not going downhill. I mean, I think I'm feeling better. It's just getting into my lungs.
But it's getting into his lungs.
That's
You
the
you
problem.
kind of, yeah, you want to avoid that. But I'm feeling better, and I'm, Mark, I am not concerned about it. I'm really not. I am so done with this whole COVID thing. I mean, I know it's real. I'm well aware of how the thing ran itself in 1918 with the flu. We're going to be living with this for the rest of our lives. But
more people have died of COVID in the United States than of the 1918 flu, by the way. Just a little factoid. The Spanish flu that they call it, which originated in Kansas.
It's going to probably go into a flu or a common cold. Right now,
it is not endemic yet.
Sick because it's very contagious, but it's not nearly as deadly. I'm a fat, so that's probably not the best thing. And I've got some other issues, but that's just the way it is. And we have got to move on with our lives.
That is going to be a weird clip to play in like 2 or 3 weeks if this motherfucker succumbs to COVID-19. Like, we've got to move on with our lives. Beck died February 20. Right about the fatso. Making the announcement, Beck became the latest target of people who believe it's okay to make fun of unvaccinated people who become seriously ill or die. Yeah, I believe it's okay. Beck said he didn't get the vaccine because he had COVID-19 in 2020 and believed it gave him natural immunity. Well, now. On social media, some people were quick to make sarcastic remarks about Beck's illness. I guess the whole natural immunity thing isn't actually a foolproof plan for the right-wing echo chamber. I simply can't feel bad for any of these dreadful people. Get vaccinated, one person wrote. Others offered thoughts and prayers sarcastically, and one person tweeted, RIP. While many people expressed genuine concern for Beck and wished him a swift recovery, there's an undercurrent of malice that swirls around unvaccinated people who get sick that was recently defended by a columnist in the Los Angeles Times. In a piece entitled, Mocking Anti-Vaxxers, COVID Deaths is Ghoulish, Yes, but Maybe Necessary, Michael Hiltzik considered if unvaccinated people who get COVID-19 are getting their just desserts. He seemed to set himself apart from the cruel mockery that takes place on Reddit and the website Sorry Anti-Vaxxers, yes, which is fucking hilarious. This is just a repository of stupid motherfuckers that have died after they spread COVID misinformation. And I don't have my bong handy. I would totally bong rip with you, but I do not have it handy. I have a bowl handy. The repository of people who spread misinformation about COVID and ended up dying. The piece in the Los Angeles Times concluded mockery is not necessarily the wrong reaction, nor is withholding sympathy and solitude. There may be no other way to make sure that the lessons of these teachable moments are heard. Okay, the author of this opinion piece says, in fact, mockery is absolutely the wrong reaction, and those who engage in it degrade themselves, not the target of their ridicule. Calling unvaccinated people COVIDiots and celebrating their deaths only hardens the division between people who believe the pandemic has been exaggerated and people who believe we're not taking it seriously enough. If you hurt my feelings, I won't do the right thing. I keep getting this from right-wingers. I will mock them online. They're like, oh, you're doing a good job of persuading me to vote for the left. Oh, did I hurt your feelings, you triggered little snowflake? Do you need a safe space? Facts do not care about your fucking sensitivities. This dude was talking about how he wanted DeSantis to remain the governor of Florida, and I was like, dude, that isn't really gonna happen because his supporters keep dying. Ha 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 ha! Beck may have gone on Mark Levine's show to discuss the book, but his revelation about his worsening COVID-19 seemed to take Levin by surprise, and it was Beck's health that made headlines today. Occasionally coughing, he said he's been sick with COVID-19 for about a week, but that he is feeling better, although it's a little disturbing that it's moving into his lungs. I'm not concerned about it. Yeah, we just heard that. So, and like this whole opinion article written by Jennifer Graham, whoever the fuck that is, the Ideas and Culture editor for Desert News National, Graham previously wrote for the Boston Globe, the Wall Street Journal, and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, among other publications, native of South Carolina. He has 4 children and 2 donkeys. So Jennifer Graham's opinion in this opinion piece was like, don't mock us, that's mean! That's mean!